Welcome back, and this is the fifth video I think. And those who are new, kindly make sure to go through all the previous 4 videos because we are going in order to a particular section. What are the things required as per the ATS and which are not ATS friendly? Okay, so kindly watch them before you watch this one. Okay, and those who are following it, we are going to talk about the skills. Okay, now see what we have done so far is, I know the title is okay, right? I have known about the contact information. That means the candidate is reachable. Somebody gives me good information, a little glimpse about, yeah, he's okay for me. Now education degree, yeah, he has the relevant degrees, right? If any of the stages is not good enough, the ATS will not go further, right? After that, before going to the experience, I will first go to the skills. Does he have those relevant skills which is required for the buy? So I'm going to look for the skills first, right? Once it is done, then I'm going to look for the experience. Now, what candidates have been doing, they are using ChatGPT, which is a good thing, but they're not using it in the right way. They're using ChatGPT to get what are the skills get required for the teachers. Copy paste. How should my experience look like? Copy paste. Now the skill set and their work experience are not matching. You got it, right? So they should match. So I'm going to tell you how to use this thing. Okay, so first let's start with the skill section. Okay, now a green guy, look at his skills. Now if you look, there are three major ways in which I see the candidates are applying. Okay, and look at all the three. The first category of candidates in skills, they use this strong understanding of physics principles. Okay, isn't it a basic thing? Is that a skill? And let's consider, if it's a skill, then what are you doing with the skill? Like, what is the impact? What are the changes have you brought with this? Right? Incomplete. Collaborates with colleagues and communicates with parents. I didn't know that was a skill. Right? Well organized, able to manage multiple tasks and efficiently. Again, a mistake. Efficiently. Okay, right? Well organized, able to manage multiple tasks efficiently. Yeah, they should not be and, right? So it's a grammatical error. Please make sure no grammatical error. Again, if that is a skill, then what is the impact of this skill? How you are using these skills? Nothing is mentioned. So this is the first category of candidates. Again, as I said, these are not going to be ATS friendly, right? Okay, so kindly refrain using such. Then another category of candidates, they use clear-cut thing. They know that for a teacher we need clear communication, and of course Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Outlook, right? So look at this one: clear communication, teamwork, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, and what are these? He's giving himself rating. So clear communication out of 5, 4. Teamwork 5. Microsoft Word 4. PowerPoint 4. Is it relevant? And first thing, as I said, these graphs and these charts are not ATS friendly. Do not use these things. Do not. Your CV will not go through the ATS. So refrain using these templates, such templates. Okay. And on the other hand, if the guy himself is rating himself clear communication at 4 out of 5, why would I hire him? You got the point, right? Okay. So again, using one word like this, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint was relevant. Yeah, it was relevant 2005 maybe, but not today. It's basic. Everybody should know this thing. Now there's a third category of candidates. Now these are a little smart, right? What they do is they use the key terms, right? Use ChatGPT. Differentiation strategies, inquiry-based learnings, data analysis, summative assessment. Okay, very good. What do you do out of this? How do you use it? Give me some context. No context is there. Did I get the answers, or do I have a lot of questions in HR? I have questions. Where did you use it? How did you use it? What was the impact? What was the data? What is the evidence? Nothing. Again, it's wrong. ATS friendly. It's not ATS friendly, right? Again, rejected. Now look at the smart guy, the right guy. Look at his skills. Okay. So he has categorized his skills into 2 categories. One is professional skills, if you see, and another one is edtech categories. or edtech integration, because computation is really required here, because you have to do a lot of data analysis, right? So in professional skills, he has mentioned curriculum aligned physics instructions, expertise across CBSE, IGCSE, AP, okay, simplified complex concept to drive a 22% improvement in conceptual clarity. Okay. So he has mentioned that his instructions are curriculum aligned. He has also mentioned what curriculum, because if he had just mentioned this part, then it would be like which curriculum. So he has mentioned it is the curriculums are basically the CBSE, IGCSE, AP, and what's the impact? He basically simplify the complex concept. And what is the evidence? To drive a 22% improvement in conceptual clarity. So he's giving data, evidence, everything. Look at the other one. Differentiated and inclusive teaching. First thing, if you notice, he's using the key terms from the job description and the UAE norms, culture terms, okay, school terms, right? We need this. So differentiated and inclusive teaching. Applied UDL, very, very in demand. UDL is basically Universal Design Learning, right? This is a course from Harvard, right? And it's an amazing course. It tells you how actually to do differentiation and inclusion, right, in a class, right? So applied UDL, so UDL strategy he has applied. SEN strategy, SEN is basically special education needs. He's using the term, he's smart. These are all ATS friendly terms, right? To support, reduce. So he's using this thing, okay, to do what? To reduce, if you see, to reduce the learning gaps by 30% in mixed ability groups. Now he is giving, what's the skill? It should be ATS friendly first of all, right? Okay, then what's the impact of it? And is there any data to support that 30%, 22%? This is what I meant when you have to write skills, okay? Then let's move on. The edtech integration. Now, generally for the edtech, we always write Microsoft Office, Outlook, PowerPoint, right? iMovie, somebody will write a software that I know. These are not relevant, right? Today what we need is, look at this one. So what he has written, first of all, Google Workspace. So you should know how to make Google Docs, Sheets, classrooms, right? Forms, right? Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook. Learning management system. So these are the management system where learning happens. For example, when you go to American curriculum, you will find PowerSchool and McGraw-Hill. In AP, you will find McGraw-Hill. Canvas, you will find. Schoology, you will find. MS Teams, Google Classroom in basic ICSE and CBSE school. So these are the learning management system. He's familiar with that. Look at how much confidence I'm getting when I'm reading as an HR his. Okay. Simulation virtual labs. Okay, what simulations? I'm using FIT. Okay, so whether he's using or not, that's a different thing, because I'm going to verify this thing at the time of interview. But only if he's mentioning he's using simulation like FET, Gizmos, Passcodes, that gives me an idea that this candidate is aware about these things. So he knows. If he knows, he can use it. Do you see the confidence building in this candidate, right? Then assessment platforms, right? As I said, assessment platform, huge thing for UAE, right? What are the forms? Like platforms like Google Forms, Socrative, Kahoot, Quizzes that you have been using, Padlet, Mentimeter, right? Data analysis and reporting, where are you using? Power BI you're using, or Excel, right? Okay, or Google Sheets, right? So this is the way how the computation should be integration, right? So tech savvy is a necessity. It's not what we say an extra thing. It's not an add-on value. It's a necessity currently, okay, when you're applying, right? Okay, so that's basically the skill thing. And you need to make sure that when you're writing skill, there are few things which should be covered in the skill section. So make sure that these 5 things are covered, and I'll show you. So if you look from the skill, the first thing is basically the 5 major pillars are. One is pedagogy. So ATS works, look for, is there any pedagogy mentioned? Yes, curriculum aligned. Okay. Assessment, yes. Is he mentioning assessment? Yes, he's mentioning this inquiry based and experiential learning. Inclusion, yes, differentiation and inclusive teaching. Leadership, has he done any leadership? Yes, instructional leadership. He has managed science events, in-house professional development, and KHDA readiness cycle as an HOD and mentor. Tech fluency, edtech integration. So these are the 5 pillars or filters through which ATS search. So these 5 is pedagogy. Has the candidate covered pedagogy? Okay. Assessment, inclusion, leadership, tech fluency. Is that okay? Right? And that will be for the skill section. And now I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.